Hello, Holden. My name's Dr. Caraway. I'm going to be talking to you about your problem, all right?
All right.
Let's get started. Was there a recent time before you came here that you felt isolated?
It was back in my time at Penn State High, or when I was gonna get kicked for what do you call it, failing my grades, and I've been ostracized most of the time for leaving the fencing equipment inside a train. So during our last game of our school year, it was a big game. Everyone was going. I was one of the people who didn't go. I was up by a hill next to a Civil War canyon by the school, trying to think about a goodbye to say, but I just couldn't come up with one. It was the first time I felt isolated.
So it says here that you have 3 siblings. Is that correct?
Correct.
Unfortunately, I see here one of them is deceased, and his name is Ali, right?
Right.
Did that contribute to your isolation problem?
Ali was brother, like my favorite one. He was one of a kind. He hardly got mad. He was really intelligent. He made we was fond of each other. But the moment he died from tuberculosis, I felt mad, knowing that life decided to take away something precious to me. So I began with punching all the windows around my house until my arms started to bleed.
Is there anywhere else you went, or anyone else that you socialized with?
After the train, I got around New York by getting on some taxis, and each one, when I felt lonely, I asked the driver if they wanted to go out for a drink. They just all looked at me if I was drunk or crazy. I also mentioned to them about the ducks, about where they go during the north. But yeah, no one wanted to go with me. They thought of me as a crazy boy.
Okay, what you heading to, Mac?
Alright, here's my address. Just take me here. Wait, I'm sorry, you know what? Can you turn around? I kind of give you the wrong address.
Oh shit. No, I can't, man. Can't turn around.
Oh, okay. Quick question. Do you happen to know where the ducks go, like during the winter? The ones by Central Park?
We know that, kid.
Oh, okay. Do you have any time? Like, do you want to go out get a drink with me? I'm kind of loaded right now.
No can do, boss. Gotta go.
Hello. I'm back.
Yes, sir.
Let's get this done. Did you call up any old friends from back in the day?
When I got out from Antolini, I wanted to interact with an old friend of mine. So I went to a phone booth, tried to communicate with certain people I knew, but I came to a dead end until I ran across Sally, someone I met with before. And I asked her out, like, if she wanted to go with me to the movies, and she accepted. The movies was boring afterwards, so I decided I want to go to the skating rink. Yeah, we were there. I felt kind of happy for a bit. Hello, Sally.
It's marvelous to see you. It's been ages.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again. I already bought the tickets and the play's starting, so we should get going now.
That movie was good, huh?
It was alright.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the ice rink in Radio City.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what? Why don't we get the hell out of here?
No,
Why not?
because we're too young.
Come on, why not? We can move up north.
I said no, we have our whole life ahead of us.
You know what? You're being a royal pain in the ass.
Can you stop yelling at me?
Was there anybody else? Another friend? Or another girl?
After that whole incident, I communicated with an old friend of mine, Carlos. I never really liked him, but I was alone and, I really didn't have anyone else to communicate with.
What was he like?
He was alright. He was older than me.
You go, Chief. So how's your sex life?
Nothing special, just the same.
Yeah, my sex life classy.
How's Colombia?
Oh, school? It's pretty good. I met like new friends, new girls, chilling.
Yeah, kind of right. My life is falling apart now. So, when'd you meet the sculpture babe?
Oh, you mean that Chinese girl?
She's Chinese?
Yeah, she's from China,
Oh.
obviously. Yeah.
Or when'd you meet her?
Like a few months ago.
Yo, I gotta leave.
Come on, just stay here. Like, have another drink with me. I'm lonely.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Come on, just one more drink.
All right. So what about your siblings? You have an older brother and a little sister. Did you ever try talking to them?
After I talked with Carlos, I decided enough was enough, and I just went back home. First, I was afraid because I didn't want my parents to find or figure out that I dropped out of high school. So, yeah, I tried sneaking around. Thankfully, they weren't there. Because when my mom's asleep, anything could wake her up. So I just went.
Holden? When did you get home?
Not that long ago.
Why weren't you home at Wednesday?
We decided we were gonna get out early today. Where are my parents?
They're out of town right now. Wait, did you get kicked out from your school again?
No, I didn't.
You did.
No.
That's gonna kill you.
The worst thing he could do is put me in that military school he's been complaining about.
Oh my god, that's gonna kill you. Oh. Oh my god.
Phoebe, come on, Phoebe. Phoebe. Phoebe.
Did you talk to any adults, like any of your parents or any old teachers or anything?
After I communicated with Phoebe back in my house, I talked to an old teacher of mine, Mr. Antolini,
Excuse me.
and I asked him if I could stay over at his place, and he accepted. So I went. It was really nice, and I just didn't. It looked like they had a party because cups were everywhere, and certain things. So yeah, I went in. Miss Antolini, saluted me, and everything's going well. Mr. Antolini and me were drinking, and he talked to me about my life, about how it was going downhill, and if I really cared about it. I tried to pay attention, but at the same time, I didn't really put much thought into it. At night, I was sleeping, and all of a sudden, I just felt someone patting my hair.
Oh, it was about
What the hell is going on?
I'm just admiring.
No, I gotta go.
Did you do anything fun or special with your little sister to try to ease your mind off all this stress?
When she was mad at me, I mentioned to her that I wanted to be a Catcher in the Rye. I talked to her about a song I
What
heard.
exactly is the Catcher in the Rye?
Well, what I come up with is basically I just stand next to a cliff and watch over children playing with each other and make sure they don't fall off. That's basically what I pictured the Catcher in the Rye in.
Continue. Sorry.
Phoebe was mad at me for mentioning that I was gonna leave and I didn't want to take her, so I decided I was gonna take her to the carousel by the park.
Sorry.
Alright. You know, the thing I liked about it is that it never changed. Similar with the museum, it still had that music, and obviously I told Phoebe to get on, even though she was old, but I wanted her to keep her innocence. So I paid for her to get on. She was no longer mad at me, and I just sat down and looked. You want to go somewhere like the carousel back at Central Park?
Upon viewing them, I realized that sometimes I need to let them fall.
So yeah, you are very lonely, appears. I'm gonna help you fix it though, okay? I have some other patients right here that need help too, so I'll see you another time.
Alright.
Alright.
Don't ever tell anybody anything. If you do, you start missing everybody.